Welcome back, I'm Professor MJ and this is my YouTube channel where I offer you, the savvy sports investor, advice on placing wagers on sports. This video is for week 6 of the college football season. I will offer you 3 picks I like for this weekend's slate of games. Buckle up, let's ride! Before we look forward, let's look back. Week 5 was not super kind to us. We went 1-2, winning the Notre Dame team total by the end of the first quarter. I still don't understand how we missed the Alabama-Georgia game with 38 points at halftime. How did that not go over? Sometimes you are on the right side of a bet and it just does not land. No matter, we move on. The first game on our card is Oklahoma versus Kent State. The 4-0 Oklahoma Sooners are ranked 5th in the AP poll, which does not really mean a hill of beans at this point in the season, but it gives sports writers that don't really pay attention to college football something to do besides stay up until midnight to await the release of Taylor Swift's new album. Have you heard it yet? The Sooners are looking down the barrel of a very tough upcoming schedule after this weekend. This week against Kent State is really the last chance for the Sooners to breathe before they hit the October and November gauntlet. With quarterback John Mateer out, they will turn to sophomore Michael Hawkins to take the helm in Mateer's absence. That is really going to matter next week in the Red River rivalry. This week, not so much. The 1-3 Golden Flashes rank dead last, 134th in total team defense, allowing 541 yards a game. Oklahoma has the athletes and will move the ball like other teams have done. Oklahoma will score a lot. Their team total is at 50. We don't know much about Hawkins. He was mediocre during limited time last year, so I'm not ready to trust him to get to 50 in his first start of the year. We will go to the other side of the ball where Kent State is better on offense. They are all the way up to 128 in offense. They've had an extra week to recover from the 56-point beatdown from Florida State. The good news there is that they were able to put 10 points up in that game. A few weeks prior to that, they were able to get 14 on the board against Texas Tech. While the Oklahoma defense is far superior to both of these teams, I am expecting Kent State to do something. All we need is something. Quarterback Drew DeShields has shown a lot of heart in the Golden Flash offense. It was a cruel summer for Kent State. There was some off-season controversy surrounding the program, and interim coach Mark Carney has stepped in and has his team fighting. While they lack the sufficient talent to compete against big boy schools, they will go out and compete. All we need is something. I'm going to count on Oklahoma just doing some blue-collar work in this game. Don't get anybody hurt on defense, get the B team in there by the second half, and have the Flashes go out and get just one score. I'm taking the Kent State team total over 3 against the Sooners. That is my official bet on this game. There are some 2.5s out there if you want to pay the juice. Just one score, is that too much to ask? Each week I provide my members with premium picks on all sports. For college football, my premium picks are 15 and 12 on the year with 1.2 units of profit. You can join in as a premium member at mjpicks.com and get exclusive high-confidence picks to help growing your bankroll. And if you followed me before, you know each week I identify the number 1 pick of the weekend and I call it the Lobster Bet. With this pick, I will tell you the bet I like the best. So far this year, we are 2-1 with Lobsters, profitable. Here's the catch. If you subscribe for the Lobster pick, it's guaranteed to win. If it doesn't, you get your money back. No risk. Follow the link below in the comments to get on board with the weekly college football lobster bet. Next up, I would like to pick up right where we left off last week. We're going back to the well, that's Notre Dame. At 3:30, Boise State visits South Bend to take on an Irish team with something to prove. After the 0-2 start, Notre Dame has to go to rally and win every game to have a chance to sniff the playoffs. They are not out of the woods yet, but a few 40 or 50-point games will get them there. I think Coach Marcus Freeman will have that in mind from here until December. Beat everyone and beat them thoroughly. Last week, the Irish put up 56 points without really trying in the second half. There's really a lot of the same notes I mentioned last week applicable for this game. Quarterback CJ Carr is looking better and better. He torched Arkansas for 354 passing yards last week and quite possibly the best running back tandem in the nation of Love and Price combined for 248 yards of total offense and had 6 TDs. Wow! While Boise State's defense is not as bad as Arkansas's, no one is that bad. They have the 75th ranked scoring defense and will surrender points. I expect Love and Price to run over the Broncos defense that is allowing 150 plus yards on the ground per game. So basically, more of the same as last week. The line currently sits around -20 or -21 in favor of the Irish, with a total of 62.5. That implies a score of something like 42-21. My expectation is for something more like 51-28. While I am tempted by the full game over, like last week, I don't trust Boise State to hold up their end of the bargain. So, with the second official pick of the week, we're going back to the well and take Notre Dame's team total over 41 points. I like this number all the way to the key number of 45. Last week, we put up our cheeseburger bet on TCU to win. Apparently, it was too much to ask the Horned Frogs to hold a 17-point lead, and they found some way to lose that game last Friday night. That drops the Doc to 2-5 on the year on official cheeseburgers, but he did hit 2 unofficial last week, calling the Big Cal win and riding with Oregon in the whiteout. Nice job, Doc! He will again post his picks in the comments below. Tell us below what you think will be the biggest upset of the week. Then hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel and get betting advice on all sports throughout the week. For week 6, the dog has got 3 dogs he likes to win outright. The official cheeseburger of the week is Boston College to upset Pitt at plus 190 odds. Both teams are reeling, and I expect this to be a classic ACC battle where the team that is supposed to win finds a way to blow it. ACC karma. High scoring, back and forth, turnovers, flat out ugly. Let's take the Eagles to pull out the victory at plus money. Pick number 3 will be under the lights in Tallahassee. Number 3 Miami comes into town to visit number 18 Florida State. When Chief Osceola and Renegade plant the spear, the battle is on. Finally, a big-time matchup from the late 80s and early 90s powerhouse franchises. College football is better when this rivalry game means something. This one does. These two teams know each other all too well, and there is plenty of bad blood. The winner will be in the pole position in the ACC and almost punch a ticket to the playoffs. The line has come down from 7 to 4.5, where it sits now, favoring Miami, and a point total that keeps creeping up at 56 in a few places. I expect a huge battle in Florida. Not sure who comes out on top, but I expect points. Led by quarterback Carson Beck, Miami boasts a potent offense and a suffocating defense. Beck has thrown for 972 yards and 7 touchdowns, while running back Mark Fletcher has racked up 388 yards and 5 scores on the ground. The Hurricanes are averaging 36.8 points per game. The Seminoles are one of the most explosive teams in the country. Quarterback Thomas Castellanos has passed for 848 yards and added 78 rushing yards in the last game alone. Running back Gavin Sawchuk and receiver Deuce Robinson round out a dynamic trio that's helped FSU lead the nation in scoring. 53 points per game. Points, points, points. Miami's defense has been good so far. Defensive lineman Reuben Bain Jr. is a one-man wrecking crew. Florida State's offensive line will have its hands full trying to keep the talented junior from messing up the plans. The Seminoles have been riding the Gus bus with offensive mastermind Gus Malhans, who has come up into Tallahassee on his white horse to save the offensive woes from 2024. And he's done just that. He will have to reach into the bag of tricks and come up with some wrinkles to confuse Miami. I think the Noles can do it. I also believe the Canes will be able to move the ball on a Florida State defense that showed some holes in last week's loss to Virginia. The Seminoles will have to shake it off and get back out there and grind. Either way, Miami will score. FSU will score. Points, points, points. With all this talk about good offense, you would think I would be going for the full game over. You might be right. I do like the over in this game. I like it less over the key number of 55 though. What I really like is Florida State's team total over 23.5. I like the Noles to put up at least 4 scores, so 3 touchdowns and a field goal gets us home. So we are going to round out our picks this week with a third team total and take the Florida State Seminoles to score over 23.5 points on Saturday night. Go Noles! If the NFL is your thing, I recently released my Week 5 NFL predictions. Click the card on the screen to see that video. Until next time, I'm Professor MJ. Let's crush the bookies together, my friend!